That's amazing. So you're tapping into that uh, automatic reflex as well. I'm sure there's probably maybe elements there of the visualization. So by the positive visualization of seeing something probably reinforces their ability, encourages them to do something, as well as the
Exactly. So the game side of that, like, oh, let me see if I can get 10 goals this session versus, 5 that I got last time. So the progression elements, right,
yeah
which is a very good video game element that we've cracked into. And just the excitement of getting a goal right is something that most people are excited about doing. So yeah,
yeah
bringing in those mechanics also helps with the depth of the experience and sort of that engagement with people. Another thing that we find that's very effective here is that one of the biggest problems that people have with therapy, whether it be physical therapy, like with sort of a knee replacement or a hip replacement, right, where they're having physical therapy to try to learn how to use the new joint and sort of improve their lives that way. What happens a lot of times is, the physical therapy and the occupational therapy is very boring. A lot of times it might be like, oh, you have to do this motion 1,000 times a week, right? Maybe 100, 200 times a day. And it may be something as rote as, do this, and then just keep trying to lift your arms higher and higher each time to try to, get that neuroplasticity to connect those areas in the brain that will help you actually perform those actions. And so sadly, a lot of people just sort of drop out of their therapy mid-course, and then they don't get the benefits that they need for their recovery, and they sort of stall out. Now that is something that the game side of this is very good at. So essentially, one way that we've combated that is we have this exercise in our system where you basically raise your hands like this, and then you lower them, but each time you're doing that, you're raising the sun over your garden, and then dropping it down with each time. And as you're doing that, you're actually growing your garden into being a wonderful
that's
environment
brilliant.
around you. And so
Yeah,
the more you do that, the more you grow your garden, right? So that's that
nice.
instant feedback that you get. And then we can sort of turn this pretty boring rote activity that, people just get tired of doing. They're just like, this sucks. I don't want to do this 1,000 times this week. I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
But if they
yeah.
can grow a vegetable garden and see it sort of sparkling and butterflies and birds coming, and everybody's happy, they're in Happy Valley, that can encourage people to stick with their therapy longer than they would have, and have better outcomes.
Yeah,